Hey, 49ers faithful. It has been an incredible season so far, and the way the San Francisco 49ers have been performing is nothing short of remarkable. If someone had told me at the start of the year that by the end of November, the team would be sitting at 9 wins in playoff contention and in the running for the number one seed in the NFC, I would have thought that was a crazy prediction. Considering the injuries the team has faced, losing Nick Bosa in Week 3 and Fred Warner not long after, it has been a season full of challenges. Brock Purdy missed 8 games, yet here we are, and the Niners are still thriving. The resilience of this squad is a testament to the players' dedication, the quality of the coaching staff, and the depth of the roster. When you look at Kyle Shanahan, Brandon Boyer, and Robert Saleh guiding this team, it becomes clear why San Francisco continues to perform at such a high level despite the obstacles. Shanahan's offensive ingenuity, Saleh's defensive acumen, and Boyer's work on the offensive line are combining to create a team that is difficult to beat, no matter the circumstances. Even with a roster that has been tested with injuries and setbacks, the Niners have adapted, showing the depth of their playbook and the flexibility of their personnel. Players have stepped up in ways that many did not anticipate, and the coaching staff has continually found ways to maximize their strengths while minimizing the impact of their losses. The NFC, right now, is an incredibly wide-open landscape. No team has definitively claimed dominance, which makes every matchup critical and every week fascinating. The Rams, whom many pegged as Super Bowl favorites, lost against the Panthers recently, despite being 10-point favorites. The Eagles have struggled, dropping consecutive games after a strong start. Teams like the Packers and Buccaneers are inconsistent, while the Seahawks and Cowboys have shown flashes but still have vulnerabilities. This unpredictability makes the Niners' journey even more compelling because there is no single obstacle that seems insurmountable. The path to the playoffs and beyond is challenging, yes, but it is also ripe with opportunity. San Francisco's recent performance has been characterized by opportunistic playmaking and efficient capitalization on opponents' mistakes. Against Cleveland, for instance, the team turned every turnover and misstep into scoring opportunities, converting them into touchdowns with precision. Sky Moore's explosive 66-yard punt return led directly to a Christian McCaffrey touchdown, while the defense's critical stops set up short yardage situations that allowed Brock Purdy to deliver scores. These moments highlight not only the skill of individual players, but also the cohesive execution of the team as a unit. Every big play is a result of preparation, timing, and the trust the players have in one another. Brock Purdy's performance, particularly in adverse weather conditions, has been a pleasant surprise. In previous games against Cleveland, Green Bay, Buffalo, and the Rams, he struggled with cold, rain, and snow, often unable to put enough velocity behind his throws. Yet in recent contests, even when conditions were less than ideal, he has displayed composure, accuracy, and the ability to make critical throws downfield. This shows not only his growth as a quarterback, but also the adaptability of Shanahan's offensive strategy, which often utilizes Purdy's mobility and ability to move in the pocket to neutralize defensive threats. The coordination between quarterback and coaching staff has been instrumental in executing big plays at crucial moments. The offensive line, while tested against formidable defenders like Myles Garrett, has performed admirably under pressure. Even when facing top-tier pass rushers, the Niners have managed to limit sacks and maintain offensive rhythm. Trent Williams, for instance, gave up a sack to Garrett, but considering Garrett's record-setting season, containing him for most of the game is a win in itself. Shanahan's use of double teams and strategic movement in the pocket has allowed Purdy to make plays and avoid the disruption of Cleveland's elite defensive line. Defensively, the team has shown tremendous improvement and consistency. Robert Saleh's coordination has created a unit capable of generating turnovers, applying pressure, and defending against both the pass and the run effectively. Players like Cleveland Ferrell, who has emerged as a significant contributor with multiple sacks in recent games, exemplify the depth and value of the Niners' defensive roster. Alongside established stars, Emerging players are stepping into roles that provide critical support, which becomes even more important during a season marked by injuries and roster adjustments. The special teams, often a forgotten element of the game, have also contributed significantly. Since Week 4, after conceding an 87-yard punt return, the unit has improved dramatically. Sky Moore's explosive returns, Matt Gay and Eddie Pinero's consistent kicking, and Thomas Morstead's reliable punting have all combined to stabilize this phase of the game. Effective special teams play is often the difference in close contests, and the Niners have demonstrated that they can rely on this aspect of their roster to make a difference when it matters most. Looking at the remaining schedule, the Niners face challenging but winnable games. After the bye week, they will play the Titans, Colts, Bears, and Seahawks. Beating the Titans seems achievable, and that would mark a significant milestone, bringing the team to double-digit wins. The Colts, Bears, and Seahawks present tougher challenges, but history shows that the Niners have the capability to rise to the occasion, particularly in high-stakes games. The possibility of securing a top-4 seed and hosting a playoff game at Levi Stadium is well within reach. And with this coaching staff and player roster, there is every reason to believe that they can compete with any team in the NFC. Every game from here on out has implications for playoff positioning, and the Niners have shown that they can thrive under pressure. The combination of opportunistic offense, disciplined defense, and strategic coaching makes them a formidable opponent. Kyle Shanahan's offensive creativity, Saleh's defensive scheming, and the overall resilience of the roster are what set the team apart in a league full of unpredictable outcomes. The NFC is wide open, and San Francisco is in a position not just to make the playoffs, but to compete for a deep run, showcasing why this team is among the elite in the league today. As we look ahead to the final stretch of the season, the excitement around the San Francisco 49ers continues to build. The NFC landscape is as unpredictable as ever, and that uncertainty plays right into the hands of a team like San Francisco, which thrives on adaptability and execution under pressure. Every remaining game carries immense weight, not just for playoff positioning, but for building momentum and confidence that could carry deep into January. The bye week provides a critical moment for the team to regroup, heal, and fine-tune strategies before facing a series of opponents who are all fighting for survival in the postseason race. Each practice, each film session, and each adjustment on the field could be the difference between a hard-fought victory and a narrow defeat. San Francisco's offensive versatility continues to impress. Brock Purdy, now more comfortable in adverse conditions, has shown the ability to read defenses, make quick decisions, and deliver throws that stretch the field vertically. The combination of his mobility, arm strength, and growing chemistry with receivers like Juwan Jennings and George Kittle makes the passing game dynamic and difficult for defenses to predict. The offensive line has settled into a rhythm, learning to handle pressures from elite pass rushers while creating lanes for Christian McCaffrey to make explosive plays. Every time McCaffrey touches the ball, he represents not just a threat in the running game, but also the ability to exploit defensive weaknesses in the passing game, whether through screens, short throws, or designed runs. Shanahan's play calling continues to find creative ways to leverage these strengths, and the coordination between the quarterback, offensive line, and skill players is a major reason why the offense can perform at such a high level even in high-pressure situations. The defense, led by Robert Saleh, remains a cornerstone of the team's identity. Even with injuries to key players, the unit has consistently found ways to pressure quarterbacks, create turnovers, and shut down critical plays. The acquisition of players like Cleveland Ferrell has paid off handsomely, providing both depth and disruptive ability on the defensive line. The secondary has been opportunistic, reading opposing quarterbacks and making timely interceptions that swing momentum. What makes this defense particularly effective is its ability to complement the offense by creating field position advantages. When the offense executes well and the defense forces mistakes, the team is able to turn tight games into decisive wins. Each player on this side of the ball understands their role and executes it with precision, creating a culture of accountability and high performance that is hard for opponents to match. Special teams, often overlooked in discussions about success, have been quietly dominant in critical moments. Sky Moore's electrifying punt returns have already created game-changing situations, and the consistency from Matt Gay and Eddie Pinheiro in the kicking game has provided the offense with confidence in scoring opportunities. Thomas Morstead continues to be reliable in the punting game, flipping field position and making life difficult for opposing offenses. When you add all of this together, you see a team that functions at a high level in all three phases of the game: offense, defense, and special teams. That balance is what makes the Niners such a formidable opponent, even against the toughest competition in the NFC. The remaining schedule is daunting, but the Niners have demonstrated resilience and poise in situations where the odds were stacked against them. Facing teams like the Colts, Bears, and Seahawks, San Francisco will need to rely on a combination of strategic play calling, individual brilliance, and collective effort. The Titans present a winnable game, but beyond that, the challenges increase. Beating the Colts will require discipline against a team capable of exploiting mistakes, while the Bears, currently the #1 seed, will demand flawless execution on both sides of the ball. The Seahawks, dangerous at home, will test the team's ability to perform under hostile conditions. Yet, every game is an opportunity for the Niners to assert themselves, gain momentum, and solidify their standing in the NFC. One of the most fascinating aspects of this season is how the Niners have responded to adversity. Losing key players early in the year could have derailed the season, but instead, it seems to have galvanized the team. Every player called upon to step into a larger role has done so with professionalism and skill, and the coaching staff has shown remarkable flexibility in adjusting schemes and strategies to fit the personnel available. This adaptability is a hallmark of championship-caliber teams. Shanahan's offensive adjustments, Saleh's defensive scheming, and the attention to detail across all phases of the game have turned potential weaknesses into strengths. This is a team that not only plays to its strengths, but also maximizes every opportunity presented by opponents' mistakes. The NFC is currently a puzzle with no clear solutions. Teams like the Rams, Eagles, Packers, Buccaneers, and Cowboys all have strengths, but each also carries vulnerabilities that can be exploited. The Rams, despite high expectations, have suffered unexpected losses, demonstrating that no team is invincible. The Eagles, after a strong start, are showing cracks, particularly in their offensive execution. Green Bay remains unpredictable, capable of brilliance one week and confusion the next. The Buccaneers have struggled to maintain consistency, while the Cowboys, despite flashes of excellence, are still outside the playoff picture. In this environment, the Niners have positioned themselves not just as competitors, but as a team that could surprise anyone. With 9 wins already secured, the potential to achieve a top 4 seed and host critical playoff games is within reach, emphasizing just how dynamic and unpredictable this NFC season has become. The playmaking ability of the team has been evident in nearly every game. Whether it is scoring touchdowns off turnovers, executing critical third-down conversions, or making big plays in key moments, the Niners have consistently found ways to win close contests. Brock Purdy's leadership, McCaffrey's versatility, and the contributions of emerging stars have created an environment where the team can trust each other to perform under pressure. This trust, coupled with strategic coaching and preparation, is what makes San Francisco capable of competing against the best in the league, even when facing teams with star-studded rosters or formidable defensive fronts. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to 49ers Zone and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. A quiet murmur has begun to ripple through NFL circles, the kind that starts as a whisper in a training facility hallway and grows into something far louder. According to those close to the situation, Jaylen Waddle has reportedly left Miami and is said to have signed with the San Francisco 49ers. A move that has caught much of the league off guard and sparked a frenzy of speculation about what this could mean for both franchises. Nothing has been officially confirmed, yet the buzz refuses to fade, gaining strength with every passing conversation. The chatter suggests that San Francisco sees Waddle as the piece that could tilt their offense into an entirely new dimension. Observers claim the 49ers have been quietly seeking another explosive weapon, someone capable of stretching the field in a way few receivers in the league can. If the rumor proves true, Waddle would join an already dynamic roster, potentially reshaping defensive game plans across the NFC. Some insiders insist that early talks between the players' camp and San Francisco were far more advanced than initially believed, fueling the belief that this deal didn't materialize overnight but had been brewing beneath the surface. Meanwhile, the mood around Miami is said to be tense. While officials remain silent, those familiar with the team describe an air of disbelief drifting through the facility. Losing a player of Waddle's caliber, especially without public warning, has prompted a wave of questions about the team's long-term offensive vision. The departure has also led to speculation about what Miami might do next, with some wondering whether a larger organizational shift is underway. Still, until anything is formally announced, all of this remains suspended in rumor. In the world of football, smoke rarely appears without a fire nearby. And right now, the smoke around Jaylen Waddle and the San Francisco 49ers is only getting thicker, leaving fans across the league waiting for the moment when whispers finally turn into something tangible. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the San Francisco 49ers, make sure to subscribe to 49ers Zone and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.